Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iffah, representative from this group. Today we're going to present to you the cybersecurity of 3 countries, which is Australia, Egypt and Finland. Before that, this is our group member, Nurul, Izzah, Binti, Zahir, Aisyah, Irsyadi, Binti, Aznan, and me, Iffah, Syazwani, Binti, Sidek.
Hi, I am Izzah and I'll be presenting for the cybersecurity in Australia. Cyber attack in Australia. Okay, basically there are various kinds of cyber attack in Australia, and these are some of them. Firstly, malware. Fully 4.86% of Australian mobiles were infected with malware. And the second one is the crypto mining, which is actually relatively rare. Just about 0.28% of users were attacked before. And then data breach. The number of notifiable data breaches increased 19% in the second half of 2019. And the last one is DDoS attack, which is 4.18% users were infected. Next, we proceed to cyber laws in Australia. Australia has quite strict laws and regulations regarding cybersecurity, and here are some of them. Okay, first one, unauthorized access to or modification of restricted data, such as hacking. The person suspected of unauthorized access is charged pursuant to S478.1 of the Criminal Code Act 1995 with a maximum penalty of 2 years imprisonment. Next, unauthorized impairment of electronic communication, DOS attack or DDoS attack. The person suspected is criminalized by S477.3 of the Criminal Code Act 1995 with a maximum penalty of 10 years imprisonment. And the other one is unauthorized impairment of data held on a computer disk, which is like infection of IT systems with malware such as trojans and etc. The person suspected is criminalized by S.478.2 of the Criminal Code Act 1995, and the maximum penalty is 2 years imprisonment. Next, offense on fraud like phishing, they are going to be criminalized by certain acts. For example, obtaining again based on general dishonesty, causing a loss, and etc. And the last one I will mention here is the offense on producing, supplying, or obtaining data with intent to commit a computer offense, which is like distribution, sale, or offering for sale of hardware, software, etc., used to commit cybercrime. And a person is criminalized by S.478.4 of the Criminal Code Act 1995, and the maximum penalty is 3 years imprisonment. Now let's see on how they handle the issues regarding cybersecurity. Firstly, collaboration. The ACSC, which is the Australian Cybersecurity Centre, which is also the Australian government-led agency for cybersecurity, they partnered with officials from the US, New Zealand, UK and Canada to release a joint advisory on approaching potentially malicious threats. And the second one is education and awareness. Firstly, they focus on educating the sector, especially on the importance of cybersecurity. And the second one also, they educate by increasing the demand for skilled ICT workers. And the last one is the Australia Cybersecurity Strategy 2020, which is the Australian government's vision and strategy for a more secure online world for Australians. This is some brief information on ACSS 2020.
My name is Aisyah Irsyadi Binti Aznan, and I will be presenting about cybersecurities in Egypt. Cyber attack that constantly occur in Egypt is malware. Malware, normally malicious software, executes unauthorized actions on the victim system. Over 235,000 malware attacks were detected in Egypt, and more than 6.8 million malicious mobile applications were found. Of all the threats that occurred during H1 of 2020, ransomware was a constant feature. Although the number of detected ransomware threats decreased, Trend Micro saw a 36% increase in ransomware families. Cyber law in Egypt. First offense, unauthorized access using the network of information system or a mean of information technology in communication service or a service of audio or visual broadcasting channels. Punishment, Chapter 1, Article 14, encroaching on the security of information networks, systems and technologies. The punishment are fine or 3 months of imprisonment. Second offence, infringement of suppressing the right of access a site, private account or information system using authorized right of his own but exceeded the limits of this right. Punishment, Chapter 1, Article 15, encroaching on the security of information networks, systems and technologies. The punishment are fine or 6 months of imprisonment. Third offence, creating fake websites, private accounts and emails. The punishment, Chapter 2, Article 24, crimes committed by information systems and technologies. Punishment are fine or 3 months of imprisonment. Fourth offence, infringement of privacy and unlawful information content. Infringes the privacy of any person involuntarily. The punishment, Chapter 3, Article 25, infringement of privacy, fine or 6 months of imprisonment. Cyber strategies in Egypt. First, strategy and executive, political and institutional support, raising awareness of the seriousness of cyber threats and the need to address them as a priority and with the utmost urgency. Second, legislative framework, enhancing cyberspace security to combat against cybercrimes, protecting privacy and digital identity, and supporting information security. And lastly, regulatory and executive framework, securing the ICT critical infrastructure, national information systems and databases, online government service portals and websites.
Next, we move to the third country, which is Finland. DDoS attacks are popular as it often happens to this country. DDoS attack is a malicious attempt to disrupt the normal traffic of targeted server. In 2017, the Social Insurance Institution of Finland website has been hit. They suffered for 2.5 hours on Friday and 4 hours on the next day. In 2018, it knocked out several government websites and it preventing users from signing into Swami.fi, which is online identity verification site for Finland citizens. Also, the police become unreachable. In 2019, it also hit online election result service. Happened a week before national election, but luckily it doesn't affect the result. Next is hacking. Hacking is when someone gains unauthorized access to system or network in order to commit crimes. In 2020, hackers gained entry to its internal IT system and accessed email account for some member of parliament. It did not cause any damage, but for sure it was not an accident intrusion either. In 2020, Finland's domestic security agency found that the cyber group APT31, which is linked to Chinese government, was likely behind a cyber spying attack on the information system of the Nordic country's parliament. Next, we move to cyber law in Finland. For illegal access, will be fined or 2 to 3 years of imprisonment. For illegal interception content of telephone calls, telegram, transmission of text, image or data will be fined or at most 2 years of imprisonment. Next, for computer-related fraud, will be fined or at most 2 years of imprisonment. Next is the offense related to child pornography. For distributor, will be in imprisonment 4 months to 6 years at most, and for possessor at most 1 year. Next is system interference. Will be imprisonment from 4 months to 5 years maximum. Last is the cyber strategy. Finland published the implementation program for 2017 until 2020. It prioritized the development of cyber competence of citizens, the business community and the public sector in the area of secure digitization. For training and exercise, it stated that general awareness of the basic of cyber security needs to be part of daily life. Next, the training of experts need better coordination to avoid fragmentation in education. Next, competence building on information and cyber security for public administration personnel need to be improved. For better information and cyber security skill for citizens, Finland will organize a cybersecurity curriculum for basic course open to all citizens, as well as continuing education and special training for professionals. They also create a national peer-to-peer learning model intended for senior citizens. One of its syllabus will focus on information security, and cyber issue, so that other people can safely carry out online transactions such as telemedicine, pharmacy, online banking, etc. And the last one, Annual National Information and Cybersecurity Week. They will organize a National Information and Cybersecurity Week every October as part of the European Cybersecurity Month. Integration concept of Akli and Nakli. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna Allah ya'murukum an tu'addul amanati ila ahliha. From Surah An-Nisa, verse 58. In this ayah, Allah commands, give back all the trust to their owners. Therefore, from the Islamic principle, you cannot access other person's properties without their permission. This is an Islamic approach to privacy right.
As a conclusion, to compare between these three countries, in Australia, awareness on cybersecurity is still low among the CEOs and boards of sectors. But as the cyber attacks arises, Australia continuously implements a huge cost and effort on improving cybersecurity from various aspects. Meanwhile, in Egypt, the technology required for cyber war could threaten citizens' access to information and violate their privacy. Many top government officials still use commercial email servers and unprotected devices. In Finland, strategy only mainly focused to awareness to society and didn't give much focus on prevention. Thus, cyber threats still happen continuously by year. So, we have chosen Australia as the best country in the cyber security, as based on the improvement and achievement of the country in cyber security.
I think that's all from us. Thank you.